What's popular YouTube? Another day, another demo. And what is going on, everybody? We're going to do a Patreon demo today. And it has been a long time since I've seen y'all. I really hope the audio doesn't get messed up on this video because yesterday night, I finally got this PC set up and I recorded a 25-minute vlog talking about nothing. Your favorite kind of video. And audio was all fucked up. You could hear me. You could hear the inside of my mouth for like 25 minutes. It was so disgusting. I couldn't even post it. So let me give you the tour. I'm going to do it all over again before we get into this. So basically, I'm in a hotel room in Stockholm. I'm in Stockholm. This is my new hotel. I'm here for DreamHack Masters, and I'll be here until the 6th, and then I fly back to Denmark and I do a week of Blast Fall casting, and then I go home on the 14th. I fly home. That's it. Done my casting spree. 2 months. You guys have been with me for 2 months. Last 4 days I haven't been uploaded a goddamn video, and I'm so sorry about it, man. It's been killing me. I won't lie to you. So this is not gonna look good, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let me just move this. I'm gonna move this too. All right, so this is my room, okay? It's just a long-ass room. And then these are my two computers I have here. You can see this one's got this one here. I got that one there because my other ones didn't work. And then this is the curtain on my wall. And then this is what I see outside of my apartment. Okay, that's my view. It's the inside of a hotel. Looks like a goddamn Vegas hotel in here. It's actually I enjoy this hotel. Let me fix this shit again. So this is the best video ever. I just gotta figure out this righty tighty lefty. Okay, I think we're good. So this is my setup. Okay, so basically I got a new computer. They set it up, had a ready, desk ready, keyboard, mouse, everything. And then I came here, and then I tried to plug it in. Didn't work. I took the day off because here's my travel day, okay? We finished Blast Showdown on Sunday night. DreamHack Master starts Monday. So I have to fly from Copenhagen. We finish around 11:30 p.m. on Sunday. And then my flight, I wake up at 6:30 a.m., something like that, 6 a.m. And I fly at 8 a.m. And then I land in Stockholm. And I cast right away. So I landed in Stockholm, and then we got shuttled to the studio with my luggage and shit. I took a shower at the studio. Started casting at 1, and then I've just been every day, just been going to the studio casting 2 best of 3s. My days are starting around 1 o'clock and then ending at 7, but after that first day, I took that first day off. I was like, no coach allowed that day. Give myself that day off. It's too much. Barely slept, travel so much, had to cast. I was so tired. Gave it my everything. Gave it everything. The next day, I set up my computer, everything. Doesn't work. Blue screen of death. Stupid Bill Gates, Microsoft, smiley face, sad face. The ask ski. Smiley, sad face. Said blue screen of death. You can't turn this computer on. I tried everything. System restore. Roll back updates. Hard reset. Start in safe mode, everything doesn't work. It's like, fuck, please. I need to record Coach Lau. I said, Declan. I got on WhatsApp. Declan, please. He said, listen, tomorrow I'll give you my computer. They give me an extra computer. Give me an extra computer. I said, great. Coach Lau tomorrow. I tweet out. Coach Lau tomorrow. It's coming. There's no stopping me. It's going to be Coach Lau tomorrow. That's it. 3 days, 2 days, too many. Okay? I go to he gives me next day. I get the key card from Declan. Come back, go to his hotel room. I get the computer, bring it back here, plug it in, boom. I emailed myself OBS. I emailed myself all this shit so I can always freaking, you know what I mean? I plug it all in, and then I try to go game capture dash allow third-party software. Open CS:GO, run a demo. Game won't capture on OBS. Game won't capture, dude. Game won't capture. I'm in untrusted mode. Game won't capture. I can't capture. I can't record. I'm like, fine. 3 days, no content. That's the last straw. I'm gonna record a vlog. I'm gonna talk about nothing for 25 minutes. That's what I did. I recorded a vlog, talk about nothing for 25 minutes last night. I was frustrated. Spencer, I just want to say sorry. This vlog yesterday was dedicated to you. I said in the vlog, I was supposed to do Spencer's Patreon video 2 weeks ago. I moved it ahead because he gave me a link to a demo that was private on ESEA. I got the new link a few days later, and then I just did somebody else's demo before that. And then I am doing Spencer's demo, and I can't get a goddamn computer to work in front of me. It's been waiting 2-3 weeks for this. I'm so sorry. Got another one after this. And then I record the vlog, 25-minute vlog, saying, sorry, Spencer. So sorry. And what happens? I finish recording, and the audio's fucked up. I put the compressor on because everyone's complaining, Coach Larry, too quiet. Why? Why am I too quiet? Look at this. Look at this. Look. It's in the orange. It's good enough. Everyone says, Coach Larry, too quiet. My speakers are from 1996. I can't hear you anymore. I need you to boost your volume. So I put on the compressor filter. And I put the compressor filter on. I record a 25-minute vlog. Back to normal. Everything's back to normal. And then I listen to it back. And what it sounds like mukbang. It sounds like when you're inside Moby Dick. You can just hear the inside of my mouth the whole time. It's horrible. The whole vlog. Every time I took a breath, sounded like I ran a marathon already. Every time I took a pause, you could just hear the inside of my mouth. Every single breath. I had to trash the video. And here we are, day 4. I'm recording again. I don't have a fix for game capture. I haven't recorded and uploaded a video 4 days. Going crazy. I want to upload every day. I was supposed to take 1 day off. I can't upload for 4 days. And now here we are. I do the Spencer video. I do this Patreon. I want to do this for so long. I'm doing it right now. And I gotta help out one of my subs playing a playoff match. I gotta watch a demo for him as well. I got a lot to do. And it's all gotta get done. You know one thing I learned? No one cares what you have to do. No one cares how you feel. No one cares how much work you have to do. No one cares what you went through to get there. And this is related to broadcast, not YouTube. Not YouTube. But just in general. Like, when you got to do the thing you got to do, you just got to do it. You don't expect anything when you do it. Because you do the job you're supposed to do. Right? But I realized, like, when I want something from somebody, I don't care what happened earlier that day. I don't care if they stepped in a puddle. I don't care if they sprained their ankle. I don't care if their newborn baby kept them up all night. I don't care. I just want the thing done. That's what I care about. And that's what I understand other people want as well. If I go on a broadcast, they don't care I couldn't sleep that night. I was jet lagged. They don't care I didn't have enough water this morning. Oh, they don't care. Got some bad news. Oh, I get diagnosed with some. I don't want to shout out a condition that someone may or may not have. Some horrible condition. I got diagnosed with a broken femur. No one cares. They just want the product to be good. Me too. That's what I want to. So we're here to work. I've honestly never been more filled with ambition in my life than I am today. I'm excited for this next year. Schedule is going to be tighter. I'm going to know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do more content. I'm going to keep this channel going strong as fuck. And we're going to get so much shit done. And so, bro, one thing I learned this year, appreciate what you have. Something I learned. This demo, Face It game. Well, Spencer, aka Pug, is playing Collegiate Esports. Okay, this is map 3 of a final. A collegiate final here. The grand final of UCEA for college teams. And this is the third map of that final. They won. Spoiler. This is a match on Overpass. And this is from Spencer. Spencer's in rank G. This was a bunch of players who were in advanced that were on both teams. And they said this was a favorite to win. They have an MDL player on their team and 4 advanced players. And Spencer's team has minimal league experience. And he asked to look at this demo. Both sides are things they want to talk about. But him and his team are going to stay together. They plan to. They've been playing collegiate, but they want to go into playing regular league like ESCA. And he said, feel free to be as critical as possible. And they won this tournament. Congratulations, Spencer, first of all. It's incredible. $5K for winning collegiate tournament. That was that was a long shot a while ago. That wasn't even a thing. Collegiate scene's been popping off. I went to my first LAN was I should remember the name. It was in Boston, and it was with a guy who works fully in Collegiate Esports now. Damn it. What's the LAN called? Damn it. I don't know. I don't remember what the LAN was called. Okay. Anyways. Oh, fuck, I forgot his name. Anyways, we're going to go into the demo. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. We're going to the demo. He said, feel free to be as critical as possible. And he said he realized how being hard on us is good. Great. I've been analyzing a lot of tier 1 Counter-Strike right now. And it's obviously very rewarding. It gives me a lot of perspective. Let's get into the match. We're here to talk about the team as a whole and to talk about Pug, who's got Travis Scott in a Batman costume as a profile picture. He helped bully Travis Scott off of Instagram. Big Spence. Just kidding. Travis Scott too sensitive. Even though he went full chocolate bar Batman. It's his fault he asked for it. We go next round. Nothing wrong with this pistol. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Setup here is to take an anti-eco towards long. Very standard stuff. One thing I noticed in this demo is that the team, honestly, I'm going to say this. There's a lot of problems. We're going to talk about them. And we're not going to get too specific because there's some higher level problems. There are apparently advanced level players, MDL level players in this game. And I don't know how much experience the Ashland Esports has. I think what we do have is an overpour of individual skill, at least. Just want to make sure this is recording. I hope it's not laggy and shit. I'm so sorry if it is. It's a desktop capture on full screen windowed. What we're missing is cohesion. Okay. There are mistakes on the executes. There is cohesion issues. Oh my god. Counter-Strike just dropped an update. Holy fuck. I have to look at this after. Oh my goodness gracious. They just dropped CSGO, just dropped Broken Fang, and I'm gonna do this first. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm focused again. I already watched this demo, don't worry. I know we're not missing anything too interesting here. We're gonna talk about some high level stuff. Connector split to the top of connector here, and CSGOs have a fine the CTs have a fine crossfire, and they deal with it. One thing I want to bring attention to in these first few rounds is that Davenport have good cohesion on the T side, in the sense that everybody's willing to move fast. I really like that. But the cohesion is bad from the perspective that even though you guys seem to be generally in the right spots, it seems like people are not quite on the same page as to what you need to get out of the round, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if the game is kind of dark in some areas. I think it's because I had to play on full screen windowed. Like once we get out of stairs, I think it's totally fine. And it might be fine on the OBS and just not my cam. Oh, here's a good trade. A good couple of trades. You make up for your teammates dying to that long push. All right. So here's a spot where, okay, like here, Zylu should not be going to get the bomb. All right. You guys are going to take monster control here. You're making a lot of noise and you're entering. Zylu should have gotten a position to be able to listen for CTs. Let me pause because everything just moves so quickly here. This is a high level thing, but something that's very important. I just want to keep just a few times, make sure that I'm still capturing. When you guys are entering here, the bomb is left back in spawn. I can tell the communication is stressed, okay? Y'all need to slow it down. Even if we watch a Furia game, it doesn't move like this. Why? Because they move efficiently, okay? It doesn't mean they're always holding W. It means when they hold W, they're committing to something. But they move efficiently. When the bomb's back in spawn, you have someone outside monster, and you're trying to take B, and you have two people rotating over. Grab the bomb with someone else, meet up, have that person hold something, so you don't have fog of war outside here. Don't leave a gap for the CT to come in. Okay, try to think calmly. What needs to happen here? So here's a spot where your monster player, okay, this is wrong. All right, your short player does not need to run through a molly when he's fine to contest the defuse. All right, your long player here, who's not mollied, when you're split up in a 1v1, should be peeking first. You want me to be hard on you? These are the kind of things that you need to think about when you get into Team CS. How you can work together. Imagine you, Zylu, and Brando were one player. You were playing an RTS. Who would you move first? The guy who has to run through the molly or the guy who could peek monster? Zylu, if you're in this spot, you need to say, I can peek. Let me peek first. Guy behind the molly can stay put. If he comes out and peeks monster, he either kills him defusing the bomb or he dies. And then the guy on short, after the molly's up, can peek again after. 2 shots at winning. No need to run through a Molotov. Plus, the guy who runs out monster can also get the kill. So we're talking about who has the higher chance of winning. And we don't need to be wasting money dying when we don't have to die, right? But this is a small example. You guys are smart enough to know this. I know you are. But this is an example of where it looks like you guys are not working completely together and thinking about the round from the perspective of 5 players and more 5 individuals who are trying to win the round individually. because we're going to talk about some executes afterwards. So here, on this T round, you're getting fast flanked because you don't have A control. It's fine. They actually come through with a very, very strong, confident flank just quickly, and they call this out. It's an awkward situation, and you guys are starting to come up B. Right here, your short guy should not be coming out first in this spot because you do not need them to clear out this half wall. Okay, this area right here, you should be challenged by monster first. And then your short guys on a full exec like this should come out afterwards. You should generally, you would want to have more people come out monster, majority with your bomb, go together, clear out the close corner on the right, clear out wood wall here, and clear out the front and the grate and stuff like that. And then your short guys can come out and clear out everything else and refrag your pillar player, refrag the guy back in the site, everything like that. But this is a disjointed execute. Okay? I don't remember if you win or lose this, but it doesn't look like it's going too well. Obviously, the flank makes this much more difficult, but I'm ignoring that because they pull a push that it's hard to call, and there's still enough time in the round where, okay, maybe you don't actually watch that in this situation. It's fine. It's not every day someone's going to walk down mid and flank you in that situation. But in that spot, think about maybe 3 long. I mean, you could copy a strat over where someone has a short exec, but generally speaking, your short players, you want them to come up later. Your long players to clear out the close angles for them. Sure, short players don't have to look left and right to entry. And they can refrag once your long players get the info. But it's more demanding on your short players to aim left and right than your long players who just have to aim left coming out of monster. So here you come up, you're going to get a free plant, but you're ignoring the thought that they could flank you. So luckily you do still get the bomb down, which is big. But if you don't see anybody on site like that, I would be thinking about the fact that someone must be around, even though you didn't see them coming from long. That was a very risky plant despite you getting it. I don't know why I'm using this. I don't need this. Okay, so we're going to try this again. I think we run out here. This is we have no nade. We have no smoke for the molly. We had 2 players come out stairs. No smoke for the molly on short. Slow-mo's trying to trade. I love that he runs through this molly. I love it a lot. I really do. I think we have a running nose flash on this round. I'm going to see this again. I believe we have like a step walk, something like that, running nose flash from you. On this round, but it's a little bit awkward still. You don't have a nose. No one threw a nose flash on this one. Okay, never mind. That's probably why you get peaked like that. You should be, should be throwing your nose flash in that situation. Something that lands in front of monster so that you can enter and they can't peek you on this other side of that smoke. So that's why you lose that round. Just missing a nade here. And you should be prepared to smoke the molly on short, not have to run through it. And your short guy can take some time. Like if you have 3 monster guys, they should be able to try to trade, and then you can take some time on short to hold angles behind the molly if you need to. I mean, emergency situation like that, I really like that you actually just come out. But of course, you give yourself, it's a hard situation if your teammates don't win a trade. If your teammates don't win a trade, then you just, took 80 damage on a molly. Of course, you're going to die coming up short. So far, from the high level, when we look at these rounds, the pieces are a bit disjointed. Now we're going to look at what's basically a default here. Pug, you're going to take a peek. and hold for the boost. The bomb is dropped outside monster. And 3 players are walking long. Okay, flash will come out. And now you mentioned that you have minimal practice on overpass, so I will keep that into consideration, of course, when talking about things. Here, it's a bit of a risk. Walking up this way, not knowing where the opera is just yet. I don't know if you know the opera's B in this round. So now you're going to hold back. But what is the idea for this round is the question. So, like, what do you want to try to do? First, you want to try to find out where the opera is. Opera is A or B. And then, you know, you're getting up to a minute right now. You made sure they're not pushed. You took one tactic where you came out of short and then peeked to see if anybody would jump over the boost. You didn't see that. You don't have stairs control yet. Right now, it feels like the round that you're running is trying to trick the CTs into making a mistake, but I don't think that you've put enough pressure, some kind of fake exec over on B. I don't think you've done something on A that could bait that out. Instead, I think you've just kind of asked to either get opt or really take a big risk in the default just for some map control. So I'd like to see, before we come into a round, more of an idea of what you're trying to get out of it, if that makes sense, okay? If you want to base a round off a tactic, then you shouldn't have people going for forward aggressive map control on one side, and then one side going for just some kind of a play like trying to opt somebody jump spotting. If you want to base it around that, going towards long when they could be opping it is a big risk. Your 3 rifles just going out there. I hope that makes sense. But now everything gets cleared out. You don't spot anything, and you start to move into the site. Everything's going so well so far. Your long players and your short players are connected in a really great way. Your long players actually take out pillar, and now the bomb gets planted. So right here, we're in a situation where your post plant isn't organized quickly enough. Fast flank comes in, and you die to 1 on short. But I think something good happens here. I believe you throw a nade. This is really good because you got a teammate coming out short, and then that flank comes in. That's perfect from you. It's like a fake. It's like a delay. I really like this. And then here you just organize, I believe, with your team. And that's nice that you actually line up that spam. That's really good by you, man. Super smart, and something, honestly, people just do not do even in pro. And then here you're actually just double peeking, which is great. Just fine. Do not, I want to say, like, there will be a lot of situations where you get into the post plant and it comes close and then you lose, and then you forget about all the pieces that you lost on the way to that point where you nearly won or you nearly lost, but you shouldn't have even come close. And I want, at this level, I really want you to think about that a lot, right? Because those players that you lose will mean that you won't be able to buy sometime in the future. They'll mean that you're going to be forced to save in a critical spot. A lot of your matches are going to be close. A lot of the players that you lose, $5K, $6,000 in every round, adds up like crazy. It gives you less chances to play. And in these games where there's going to be a lot of variance, you want to make sure you have the least amount of deaths possible where you don't need them to be. A lot of refragging, a lot of saving. These are the things that are going to give you a huge edge over teams at your level. So, of course, we don't play Counter-Strike to do math. But all you have to think is, if there are certain situations where you will need to save and you will want to play for refragging, and maybe you don't want to take huge risks where you might lose. Now, the spacing is not too bad here. This is another spot where here, if your long players are more set up properly with a flash at the end, and we'll just go back to take a look at this again because I was talking over a more general point. You guys could be able to displace the CT's aim on the site after you take significant map control and actually make it worthwhile instead of giving them a comfortable fight here, then fight here. Right? The idea from a split is you compromise positions by forcing CTs to be uncomfortable standing in certain spots. If you put them in that spot and they don't realize it, and then they just are able to spend attention fighting forward and then spend attention fighting to the side in 2 different situations, then there's no point that you had the split going on. So here we're working out bathrooms control, and I don't know how confident you are that there is some kind of op in play, and you're moving up, right? So here, this is the point at which you've got significant map control. All right, I would feel really good about this. I would say here you're pretty concerned that there could be somebody on the other side of bathrooms. Okay, you guys at long are trying to get as close to long as possible, and then your teammates outside bathrooms should be throwing support grenades for you to get up close and basically flashing for you so you can turn the corner at long. And here the bathrooms guys are fighting before you're close enough to fight. Imagine if you were at the end of long in this situation and we have Spur, SPR or whatever, looking into bathrooms and you are at the corner of long in this spot. There is nothing he can do to kill both of you. You will get this trade and you will get info on his teammate in the site. But in this spot, you have created a situation where this is no longer a split. You are now just one choke point fighting and then another choke point fighting. It's like two different sites. It almost removes the reason that you split in the first place. You lose, you get one kill here, but then you lose to the second guy. You don't make them uncomfortable. They made you uncomfortable by separating your split. What does a CT do if you're splitting mid B and you're playing on Dust 2 and you're playing in the B site? What does the CT do? The CT either pushes tunnel or pushes mid. They don't sit in the site and wait because they don't want the split to come to them. They want to isolate the split. On A site, they should not be able to do that to you. They should either have to be forced to play long control or play bathrooms. If they're playing back on the site like that, you should not lose a round like this. So once again, this time around, you're going to go through. Long players are late and your short players die first. Jumping up here would be really valuable in this situation. Again, if your short players come out afterwards. I really like that you have fast strats and you're comfortable doing them, and it feels like the calls are trusted in that sense when you guys go for them. But right now, they're not as effective as they could be. Not nearly. All right, so here you're pushing up very, very fast. You get a kill. There's a player to trade. You run back. I think this is totally fine. You're still in a pretty good spot. You have a player inside stairs. And, of course, this player inside stairs cannot fall back. There's a flash that comes over to support. He peeks up, and then you still get the kill. This is a winning round. So how do you play it? You can play it really slow and wait at 20 seconds the default, see if the CTs make a mistake, or you can try to group up and go for something. Neither play is wrong. Both plays will work just fine. Austin is making a very fine adjustment here to try to seek out information by wrapping long, doing a little bit of a course. He's going to get some info. And then I think this is actually weird from Ashland because they get this info even though you don't know it, and he just goes and stacks B. So I don't know if this is because he's thinking about saving, but I think this is a spot where you would probably on CT side say, okay, I think they're taking long. Let's go stack it. Because if this was some super high level game and they saw that flash at the back of long, I would understand, you know, this could be some crazy read. But at this point, it's not like you guys are anti-stratting each other. So I kind of feel like it makes sense to, I think it's good to stack either way because they have to kind of gamble somewhere. It's fine. But I'm kind of surprised that he rotated out after seeing that. Maybe thought you were just falling back, not taking over long control. But either way, this is a free round for you guys. A very good hold. Very good hold. Good spots. Everyone's very confident. I like that. That's there's a lot that can be worked with there. There's a shot. when you guys watch your demos, try to think about why you're moving. Like where, like I don't want to be. I'm trying not to sound condescending or patronizing or anything like that. But when you just watch some, when you watch your demos, try to think about like, are my movements needed? How fast am I moving? Is that needed? And then try to think when you, like you make a rotation, how much of that rotation could have been done. I gotta delete that. Sorry. I just want to make sure I don't run out of hard drive space here. 8 gigs left. Okay. I'm just gonna recycle it. Okay. Delete that. Get some space. Okay. Make sure this is okay. Try to think how could that have moved it more efficiently, if that makes sense. When you could have walked, when you could have ran, who could have done something for you on the team? Because right now you need to be trying to think about how you can move as a unit. Right? When you look at your rotations on the mini-map, when I'm watching a demo, 80% mini-map. When I'm casting, 80% mini-map. How the team is moving together, it can all be discerned from the mini-map. And when you guys are moving, it needs to feel like one person is moving everybody. Right? That's what you're trying to optimize in this spot. Okay, so truck liver hits a fucking nasty shot, and you guys are really stuck in the fishbowl here. There aren't really a lot of nades to get you out of the spot, but you still get the kills. Okay, that's nice. So you definitely have the skills here, which is great. I'm getting concerned. I'm going to run out of hard drives making one video. And this is a winning play by you right here. You get into a very, very strong position. It can't be called out. Even if it does, you still have another teammate alive who can save the round. And the truck's playing Optimus, so you've made this win happen. That's a wrap. Let's move on to half number 2. Try to think about how to be more efficient about the way that you move around the map and when you can run and when you can walk. I just want you to think about that when you guys watch your demos. When I talk about cohesion, that's what I'm saying. Who's watching what? Who could have moved instead of who? Who could have helped? How do you make it so that you're making up for the fact you're making the most of 5 players? Like that's what the game is about for you guys at this point. Not so much how good your individuals are, because you guys all hit shots. So I talk about spacing on these executes. And when things look frantic and when they don't, this is what it's all about. That is a round 1. And let me just, I'm really nervous about the idea that I might be going over space here. 7 gigs. I used a gig just now. Okay. I might have to, maybe what I'll do, oh shoot. Maybe what I'll do is I'll upload this in 2 parts. I'm at 39 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay. No, I should just keep going for a bit here on CT side, and then I'll check in with it a little bit. So we're here to watch the CT side. I'm going to go to a rifle rounds. Where are you pulling this back? And this is a game that goes to OT. There's a huge focus on the T side from what we've seen. Just a really bad half, and of course, this is you guys bringing it back a bit. I like the pick attempt. I think overpass needs to be quite spawn based a lot of the times. On the CT side, though, short control and stairs control are really enormous as well. I don't think on T side where you attacked was much of a problem. You guys didn't really default quite that much. The one default you had basically had a quick plan to move into and execute. I respect it. I think it's totally fine. Like the one where you had the pick off short to check for a boost, and then you had 3 players go long, and then come back stairs and go B. That's fine. You just wanted to clear stuff out, and it was less of a default and more of just like a round that ended with an execute in mind. That's okay. I think in that round, I would just have been concerned about the fact that if you send 3 players out to clear out things without the proper protocols and a specific plan, they might go and get opt as just the riflers in the round. So what value do you get from clearing out long with those rifles? It may or may, it can be worth it. It can be worth it, but it also can be kind of unsafe and maybe not needed. In that situation, maybe it didn't actually cause a rotation that helped you, but it could have. Well, there's a good... Oh, okay, what the fuck? Well, there's a round. Okay, thank God you got that. I was hoping... it was like, okay, hopefully he's going to get this ace. That's all I wanted to see. That was a nasty collab. All right, let's see how the B site hold is. Bit strugglesome. Playing wood wall, maybe not quite as good with short control. Not quite as necessary here. Doesn't create a crossfire situation for your teammates to support you on the CT side. So just that spot in general. Wood wall is great when you double up where you have someone on the pillar or you have someone right side monster, crossfire. If you have someone headshot barrels, then play short. Playing wood wall, a little bit dangerous to do by yourself. No flash support from heaven, no flash support from back pit. Nope, nobody can help you on that wood wall versus pistols. In a mid-round situation, maybe. Player advantage situation, maybe. In that situation, you can ask to get punished versus a rush, that kind of specific rush. And you don't need to be, if you have short control, you should be abusing the fact that you have short control, if that makes sense. You should be trying to work off those angles that are opened up. So you have short control, they take monster. You know, why are you playing wood wall as if you're hiding from short? Because if you play from an angle that is open to short, then that's something that the T's might not clear. And they'll give you more an advantage. We're going to work on that. There's, of course, a lot of stuff that'll come with time. I don't like to get obsessed about specific nades or anything to improve a team to a much higher level. This, of course, retake grenades are going to be very important. And knowing certain lineups are going to be very important, but that's not what I care to teach. I think that stuff is available once you know what you need to find. There might be a few key things that'll be good to look at. I just want to take a look at this round again because it is a retake situation. So we're set up here for the retake situation. So here's where you need to be very, very aware of what utility you do use. You've got so many kits left over. It's great. And you have a flank downstairs. And let's see the moment where this turns into a bad spot. All right. So you're Molotoving default. And you're nading site. And we look at it. We've got one incendiary left on short. And you've mollied off default with a sidewalk smoke still up. So the ability for a player to fall back without that Molotov to be useful. This is a grenade that you're wasting. You can come and clear things out, which is great. And then right here, I think people are obsessed with making progress across the site. But actually, there's a lot of T's because there's 5 that are still out and willing to fight. And I think the situation needed to be handled a little bit more delicately with the fighting. I don't think you actually have to be super concerned about trying to fight as much as possible in the spot and running across the site while the bomb is taking. I think here you need to just make sure you're scaling together so that you can get the trades properly. And like you can go slow in this moment. I think this is really important. But the one thing I do like about this team that you have is that you are willing to commit really hard. It's not one person way in the back and 4 people going up. So I can see how this works and how it can work sometimes. But right now, I'm seeing you guys are basically getting funneled in, where some Ts are in very comfortable positions and they have some banelings who are out here in the middle of the site who are happy to take fights because they've got too many players now. So they can throw people at you and lose them. But they have a couple in the back that can wait and be patient. Whereas you, all of your players seem to be frantic. And then what happens is the banelings attract all of your attention. And then the key players in the key positions at the end all stay alive to shoot you down. So I think scaling properly to kill the guys who are out in the open more cleanly is key there as a general thing that'd be very important. And then using your remaining utility to smoke out and molly out the positions where the clutch post-plant players are going to be playing. I hope that makes sense. That's very important. And when I say scaling, I'm talking about, moving across the site together, clearing out angles, communicating, staying calm. And I'm thinking that looked like I'm sure that was a good shot. Through the fence, in the head. Some of the CT stuff that we're seeing right now is the same as some of the T stuff that we're seeing. Where it seems a bit frantic. See, this is a really strong spot, actually, to hold. Oh, God. I hope we're still watching this. So the deke for this one. These are just making them uncomfortable. Oof! Money grenade. I just want to make sure. So I can see my whole PC. 5 gigs, no problem. We got this. I'm feeling good about this. I hope this is making sense. The stuff I'm talking about right now, it would take you to a new level. It's just that it needs to be practiced. But it's all fundamental stuff that needs to be practiced. Obviously, your only goal right now is to heighten the team aspect. All right, this is well handled by Brandon. Perfect, and he falls out, and then you maintain pressure. Still keep a little bit of pressure here. Perfect. Brandon is your loose piece, right? He's your mercenary. I talked about this from the T perspective in the last round. Now I'm talking about from the CT perspective. They're trying to hunt Brandon, right? So Brandon's here to delay. He's trying to deny some key spots. He's trying to peek and fight a little bit. He's trying to keep their attention while the key players in the back who are safe take all the safe shots. Does that make sense? I use Brandon as example on CT side here to explain how what your retake looks like to the other team. A great shot. Fall back. That's a win. I like this. You section out the angle. I think you switched too early, but you're still looking up. Big money opping. Super close to getting that kill, and surely you have enough to survive. Oh my God, unless. But of course you don't lose this round. There's no chance. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's close. Oh God, that is so risky. I would not even bother. Oh my God, dude. You got some big ass balls. Slow mojo. I'm totally fine here. Like Woxic would kill you, but this guy, swinging King A. Austin, he's not gonna kill you. You're gonna be fine. pretty low HP. That's a good first kill. And now you're just trying to be patient. You're not peeking off that flash. Oh my god. That's a really risky to... Don't trust flashes like that. Don't trust... Someone can say flashing from the other side. Do not trust flashes like that. You do not know what they're going to cover. Unless a specific pop flash and you know exactly where the T is and what they can peek. Do not get into the habit of trusting flashes like that. Just because your teammate says, I'm going to flash for you, does not mean you should just swing, okay? You can let the flash pop, see if they run, see if they peek, see if they pre-fire. Don't just swing off those flashes. They will lose you rounds in the future. Do not do that. Not with ones like that. Not with running flashes from that far away. Sometimes it's fine. Just throw the flash, see if a movement happens. But don't just assume it's like an excuse that you can peek and go for a kill. Nice. That took a little bit long. Honestly, it's okay to commit in certain situations there. Sometimes that spray takes too long. You should be out of there. Like, I think ideally you're spraying for 2 seconds and then you leave. I don't think there's a world where most people are ever going to drop that fight and run from it. But in that spot where anyone's taking wall control, you know the flash is going to be coming up soon. You know in your head that's a dangerous moment for you to be there. So basically, just have a tighter spray next time so you don't have to think about that. Oof, that is awkward. See that? See how they entered the site? That's exactly what I want you to do. So... in this situation, they put pressure on your pillar guy to split his attention between two, and then that caused the short players who came up late to get a free frag, or to push your teammate into a position where he had to peek monster, whatever it was. Either way, they got juggled basically because of this. So I'm gonna pay attention to this again. Okay, look at them. Their minimap rotations a little bit better, of course. We're talking about a situation where you guys have less experience. Okay. All right. So now you're peeking this. Your monster guys are out. Brando, you're getting pushed. You're getting pushed. You're getting squeezed out of monster. And the monster guys are fighting comfortably. They can sit there. And your short guys, they can sit there the whole time in cover, but not coming out. Okay. Your short guys don't want to be coming out to where Spur is because they're exposed to all of these number of angles. But they can sit there around sandbags and fight the side of pillar. And fight the players crossing back from headshot and fight the players on the site and then start to work out after the fact. Okay. That was a much better version if you wanted to go ahead and steal something right there from your opponents in the same match. I know you beat them, but still. I'm going to run past this. I think I'm doing fine. I just want to do one check, 2 gigs. It's going to look so funny in the video. All right, an opening op kill 5v4 situation. Let's see what the adjustment is like. I think there's a lot of good stuff here so far. This is fine. I like this. Refresh here. Perfect. I mean, it's all looking good. I think this is a position where if you're Xylu in this spot, either you've got a flash, you've got a full kit, you can start tossing some of your nades Xylu and then go flash through in the 5v4 to get info, probably get a kill with the flash, or come back around to long while your smoke's still up, get into the long A setup, and let your op or op bathrooms. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But either setup is just fine. It can come down to what you're more comfortable with. There's nothing bad about what you're doing. But here, we're not releasing utility. Instead, dying with an incendiary in hand when you could have delayed longer. Could have used a flash to just go and fight for info. So could have used Pug and his flash in this position. Oh no, are you going to lose this round? Okay, utility usage needs to be a bit better there. Don't worry about throwing away your incendiary. It's 600 bucks. If you win, you buy a brand new one. Be less attached. Better to use your utility than to die with it. Especially that 30-second mark. People will make mistakes. No rotation back. This should be, Siler should be your first rotation back. This is a very sketchy situation. You're going to be coming in late. This is where you should be aggressing towards long, I would say, Pug. This is fine too. Zylu. Oh, I see. Well, it's a broken buy. Okay. This is okay. I would have preferred long in this spot and get to the long wall and then fight with your op from the back. And this is where you can really multi-frag, and your op can be so strong if you just have one piece on the other side of this wall while your op is back on the A site. I think it's so strong, man. Try to go for the late long control first. But let's see. They're coming around bathrooms. See how he can't even help you necessarily bathrooms? You still have to be aware of it. He can get the kill here, which is great. That's a bomb. It's good to get info in this position. And now you need to hit a couple of really good shots here. That'll be a free one, maybe a second. Nice no scope. Pretty much all you need. Everyone else can come in. That's beautiful. You have won the round. Wonderful stuff. Okay, and before, that's it. We're going to lose this round. Let's see how, actually. Before we go into OT. Okay, 2 players back pit. Interesting. They're coming up for the full short split. Trades come through. Oh, it's looking good. 16-14. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Starladder observing. Just get smoked in CT spawn. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So, before I fuck this up. Oh, God. All right. Before I fuck this up. Cliff notes. Cohesion. Staying together. Figuring out how your splits work a little bit better. Don't trust every single flash that gets thrown just to make the play. Long CT setups. Try to focus on taking long control in the middle of the round to set up your opera better. And T side, try to think about when you can run, when you can walk based on watching your demos. When you watch the demo, think about all the spots where you're being inefficient about how you move around the map, who could have done something for you, when you could do it yourself. Fast rats are great.